Hey, it's your Wisconsin wine guy, and we're back with another wine review. And this is purely fun. Before I get to that, I'm too excited here. But for those who are new, these are what I like to call everyday drinking wines. These are wines that you can find wherever you shop for wine. Maybe these are probably only in liquor stores or grocery stores, but you may find them in some wine shops. These particular wines here. But these, I again like to call these everyday drinking wines, that won't break the bank, different styles, whether it be sweet, whether it be dry, whether it be full, whether it be light, red, white, sparkling. These are wines that you can find that you like to enjoy. Many times you're perusing the wine aisle and trying to decide what to drink. Well, your Wisconsin wine guy got you covered. Find my videos. I may have already reviewed that wine, or maybe even multiple vintages of the same brand. No, I do this with the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up. Says, I recommend that wine. It's a pretty solid wine. Hope you enjoy it. 3/4 says, I had this wine at an event, or a friend of mine shared it with me, and I dug it, and I want to share it with my other friends, and also keep a couple of bottles on hand for me. Halfway, something about that wine was a little off for me. But it doesn't make it a bad wine. It just means it didn't work for my palate. But I'll let you know what that is. You taste it, then let me know what you thought about it. Thumbs down. Always an easy one, right? But then there's always sometimes the infamous double thumbs up. If I do a double thumbs up, I'm saying to you, you know what? That is a truly outstanding, solid wine. Give it a try. But I still like to know if you agree with me with that double thumbs up on that particular wine. So now, here we are with today's wines. I have reviewed Oliver Wines, Winery wines over the course of the years, and I think I may have did one of them before, but I'm not quite sure. But I know I've reviewed some of these wines over the years, but these are just purely fun wines. I like to call these the classic patio pounders. Okay, some people never heard of that before, but patio pounders are those wines that, I'm having a good time, I'm having fun, and I'm pounding this wine down because it's nice and cold, it's hot out, and I'm just doing it. But patio pounders can also play into cold season as well. Maybe you got an outside hot tub, right? Outside hot tub, and you sit in the hot tub, and you got your patio pounder, you just taking it down, right? Of course, the caveat, you shouldn't have alcohol while sitting in a hot tub or a steam room. But be responsible. However, patio pounders is what they are. These wines, I like to call them. And I call them patio pounders because they have a sweetness to them. Just easy drink, all around fun wines. So here we go to Oliver Winery out of Bloomington, Indiana. The rosé colored wine is going to be a melon mint Moscato. Okay, these are both non-vintage wines, so melon mint Moscato, and I'm doing what's called a Cosmoberry. They call it a Cosmoberry non-vintage. Both are semi-sweet. So for the melon mint Moscato, here's what you're looking at. Of course, melon. Of course, Moscato is in here. Both have a light fizz to them, and you're going to have also in the melon mint Moscato. I said melon, watermelon is going to be the melon, mint, lime, and little bit of cucumbers. That's going to be inside of this one here, okay? We're going to get to that when we taste. I got something more with that, which makes me think about I may have done that one before. And now for the Cosmoberry is going to be a blend of cranberry, strawberry, and blood orange, Italian blood orange. Both of these are coming in with alcohol, 11% on the Cosmoberry, and 6.8% on the melon mint Moscato. So let's give these a taste, shall we? And check it out. Screw cap, and this had a cork versus a screw cap here on the wine. Now, again, as I said, these are fun wines. I do these wines not just for myself. I do these type of wines, semi-sweet or sweet. Woo! Fizz, did you hear that? That caught me off guard. I was expecting it, but not expecting it. Haley's corker, right? Keeping it fresh for me. But anyway, I do these wines for my sweet wine drinkers. Not just for myself, but sweet wine drinkers. Because there's a lot of sweet wine drinkers out there who's trying to find new and interesting wines, or want to know what's a pretty decent or a good sweet wine or semi-sweet wine to drink. So I do this for them as well. So here we go. Check out the coloring. Of course, berries, Here, a garnet, reddish color, garnet with hues of purple. Okay, garnet with hues of purple. Whereas this is like a rosé, right? And that's coming from the watermelon, right? And you got a Moscato in here. So let's give them a taste. I'm going to go with the mint first and then go with the Cosmoberry, okay? So retail on these, you can find these, if they're on sale, you can find them for like maybe $7.99. Regular retail, probably $12.99 a bottle, okay, depending on where you are. Let's give it a taste. Well, smell first. I'm going straight to the taste, right? If you've been following for a while, I'm a stickler on if it's a fruit wine, if it's a grape wine, I gotta smell the fruit, okay? And this is made with real fruit, not artificial or flavoring, just real fruit. So, you definitely get the melon and you definitely get the mint. Ooh, and you get that faint hints of cucumber in the background. For the Cosmoberry. Ooh, strawberry. I was like candy strawberry. Okay, strawberry. It's like the strawberry and cranberry are blended in. Blood orange? Yeah, I'm not picking up on that. Maybe we get on the taste, but the strawberry nose or fragrance dominates here. So let's go straight in for the taste. We're always tasting for acidity. Even in the sweet wine, we're always tasting for acidity. I do not like my lemonade syrupy sweet. I like my lemonade to be balanced with a little acidity and a little bit of sweetness to bring out the fruit. So I expect my sweet wines or semi-sweet wines to be the same. Here we go. Acidity is nice, more frizzante in style. Okay. Clean tasting. Now for the Cosmoberry. Oh, also Concord grape in here. So there's a grape in this one here. I forgot about that. Concord grape. So you definitely pick up the Concord grape elements here. It's a lot sweeter because we're talking about dark berries versus melon, lime, cucumber. But you're talking like dark berries, so you get that type of berry fruit taste to it. Okay, but acidity wise, we're tasting for acidity. I just went way off into left field. Acidity wise, you get a decent amount of acidity, and you also pick up. This is talking about the taste that we started. You also get a little bit of that tart cranberry, but very subtle. So overall, berries, berries, berries for sure. Here, okay, let's come back to it. See how they play nice together because it's so robust with the berries. The melon mint Moscato holds its own. Light, elegant. It has a sweetness, but it's not. This is more semi-sweet to me. And they call it. I like the scale here. You can see that the scale on the back. You can see that it says just right. Okay, so I like that because this to me is just right. So it's like mid-range, semi-sweet. So just right. They both say just right. But if you like dark berries, this is it. So now let's get down into it. Let's rate these, both of these. Then I'm going to tell you some other things about them. So here, for the melon mint Moscato, especially if you like those combinations, I've had a watermelon and mint salad, with chiffonade of basil or chiffonade of spinach. So I do a lot with melon. Some people don't. Well, watermelon. So here, I'm going to give this a thumbs up. I like the balance of it. I like that it's not overly sweet, and I like that it has a very refreshing taste to it. Okay, and I love the finish too. I can still taste that. Now for here the berries. For myself, I'll give it 3/4 because for me, it's 3/4. I think it's still delicious. The 3/4 because I would tire of the depths of the berries. That's almost sweet. It's almost over the top for me, just for me. But it's still pretty good. That's why it gets 3/4. Now, let's move it up. with a thumbs up here. If I did this before, I gotta check my videos and see if I did a cocktail with this. And if I did, it's great. But this here, over ice, in the spring or summer, with a shot of tequila. Boom! There you go. You got yourself a margarita spritz right here. Right? Can you dig it? I'm digging it, and I can't wait to have one, right? So that's here. You can even use crushed ice, too. Same thing. Boom. There you go. Margarita spritz. Or just take the wine itself and pour it over ice. So very versatile here. This particular here, the Oliver Winery Melon Mint Moscato. I mean, fantastic. I just like this. I think I can see this just doing great in the summer. Now, for the Cosmoberry, I mean, again, for me, that berryness is not, it's not tart enough to balance that out. You know, it's really fruity, you know, but it is enjoyable. That's why I get 3/4. A Sangria. Hey, I wonder what would happen if I mixed the two of these together. That'd probably be another time. But a nice little simple Sangria with this one, maybe throw in a splash of brandy or something, you know, I think would be fantastic, you know, with this one here. So there you have it. Thumbs up for the Melon Mint. I'm just really digging this, and hopefully you'll like it too. And 3/4 for the Cosmoberry. There you have it, your Wisconsin wine guy, saying as always, have some fun sometimes. Wine can't always be serious. Have some fun. Check out these patio pounders from Oliver Winery out of Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!